In this video, I'm going to be talking about a couple different plugins you can use that's going to help you level up your Webflow websites. Okay, so the first tool I'm going to be talking about is Memberstack. So as you know, Webflow has pretty limited membership capabilities, and in terms of logging into accounts, gated content, and different features like that. Now, Memberstack is one of the best tools that I know of that's going to let you integrate these accounts into your website. So let me show you an example of a Webflow website that I personally built and integrated Memberstack into. So here we have 301 Magic. This is a tool for web designers, helping them do 301 redirects a lot easier. Now, obviously, when it comes to a tool like this, when you have a software service, or maybe you have gated content in terms of like blogs, recipes, whatever it may be, you're going to want to have accounts. And so here we have a login button, and it shows you the actual dashboard where you can log in with an email password. You can create an account, reset your password. You know, these all seem like pretty obvious features, but to be honest with you, Webflow's actual default native capabilities does not have great features like this. Now, Memberstack actually gives you a lot of different functionality in terms of once this person has an account, what do you want them to see? Do you want to have a user dashboard that has certain information? You could see the subscription that you have, or you could see different gated pages that you give different subscriptions access to. Now, Memberstack has a lot of features and functionality that makes it a really powerful tool. So you can integrate user accounts, you can integrate subscription payments, single payments, all of these different features that are really helpful. So if we take a look at Memberstack's website, we're going to be able to see a lot of the different features that you have access to. We can verify emails, we can log into a bunch of different platforms like LinkedIn, Spotify, Facebook. We're able to import different payment options like importing products, importing, tax IDs, different things like that. And then we're also able to add some security aspects like sign up rules, blocking emails, gating content. And then as well as that, you have different support options and user management options. So Memberstack is pretty robust, and if you want a Webflow website with a lot of these membership capabilities, you're going to want to go with Memberstack. Before I move into the next plugin for Webflow, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up if you like this video, and also subscribe to the channel if you're interested in seeing more content about web design, Webflow, and also SEO. Okay, so the next platform I'm going to be covering is Mailchimp. Now, Webflow doesn't have native email subscription, and a lot of web design platforms don't really have great systems for this, but that's why there's whole companies and softwares built on top of email subscription and email marketing. So Mailchimp is one great option. There's also Klaviyo and some other options like MailerLite, I believe, but I'm going to be covering Mailchimp. So obviously when it comes to email marketing and subscribing to newsletters, this is a really important aspect of a lot of different websites. Newsletters are crucial for a lot of businesses because they let people, stay in contact and keep the name of the company fresh in their inboxes, quite literally by sending them, weekly emails or even monthly emails. And so you're going to want to integrate some sort of newsletter into your website. Now, Mailchimp is one of the best platforms for doing this. So checking out Mailchimp's website, we have a lot of different things like automations, which are useful for doing, making rules. So say when they subscribe to a newsletter, send them this email or start this newsletter sequence. Now, obviously, you're also going to want to have a lot of analytics, like, what's the rate of people opening these emails and how often are they being sent out? How many people are they being sent out to? And when it comes to email marketing, some other useful features would be syncing with different platforms and also targeting different segments and looking at demographics and all sorts of different analytics for who those emails are going to. So if you're considering embedding newsletters into your website, I definitely recommend you go give Mailchimp a try. Okay, so next up we have Elfsight. Now, Elfsight has a ton of different options, and it's a very versatile tool in terms of embedding different features into your website. So if we go to their website, we can actually see some of these features. I'll just start listing a few off. We have Facebook feed, Instagram feed. Now, these are two that I use quite often because it's really useful to have live updating of Instagram feed on your website. Really, you want to have your social media and your website kind of syncing together. They should be sort of a seamless experience in a way because you don't have social media without a website, and then you don't want to have a website without a social media. They're going to help feed into each other, and so you're going to want live Facebook feed and live Instagram feed embedded into your website. Now, on top of that, we can add all sorts of different review options from a ton of different platforms like Airbnb, AliExpress, Amazon, and so embedding reviews is another really great use for this tool. And just to name a few other features that could be useful in specific situations would be chatting features like Facebook chat, Telegram chat, WhatsApp. You can also embed specific forms, subscription forms, probably not as powerful as, Memberstack or Mailchimp, for embedding different subscription forms. You have some e-commerce functionality as well. Not sure I'd use Elfsight for that. And then on top of that, you have a bunch of other tools like age verification, cookie consent, and a lot of other tools that would be necessary if you're trying to, really, you need cookie consent legally. So a lot of these different tools also could be used. And lastly, we have a whole list of other tools like age verification, cookie consent, coronavirus stats, things that might help you keep up to date with legal terms and other privacy policy concerns. So Elfsight is a pretty versatile tool, and I would definitely recommend you go and check it out if you're looking for any of these features, because when you get the tool, you have access to, all of these widgets that are going to be really useful for you in different situations. And lastly, we have Zapier. So Zapier is a tool that I haven't actually had the chance to use a lot, but I know that it's really powerful when it comes to automations. So when you are trying to automate your website, because say that somebody clicks a button and you want to create a rule that when they click this button, I want them to be brought to this dashboard and I want that information to be logged on a different platform. Zapier is kind of like the communication between a lot of different platforms, and it allows you to create rules and systems that's going to make your life a lot easier for communication between platforms and automation. So I'll talk about a few different ways that you can integrate Webflow and Zapier and, some of the different perks that it's going to give you. So one way you can use it is to archive form submissions. So this means basically when somebody submits a form, you can actually export or import the data to, say, a sheet. Now you can also use this to update your website content. So let's say that you wanted to actually do this the other way around. You had a sheet and you wanted the Webflow website to copy the information from this sheet. And say that you were live updating the sheet with new numbers, you could actually have it transfer over to the Webflow website. And one more feature I think is pretty cool about Zapier is automating Salesforce in Zapier. So let's say that somebody submitted a form, it could actually send that information over to Salesforce, which is a CRM that's going to let you track leads and then new clients and, sales opportunities. It can automatically update that information into the platform Salesforce, which is something I'm going to be doing now that I've discovered it. So overall, Zapier has a ton of different functionality, and I actually kind of wish I was using a lot more of it because it seems like a really powerful tool that's going to level up the capabilities and automation of your Webflow website. All right, so I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you learned a little bit about some tools that might be able to benefit you and make your Webflow websites more functional. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video.